Welcome back everyone to the Let's Play Summer Blockbuster. Today I am playing a game known as Gradius Galaxies. A Konami shooter obviously, because it's a Gradius game. And man, I just watched both of my, I guess, competitors, because everyone else was playing different systems this week. And I'm gonna tell you right now, I was like channeling my inner Sunburst Spacer here, because I had a pretty good run. But anyway, we are playing Gradius Galaxies, as I said, and just flying through space, blowing up ships, you know, just like any other Gradius game. Except I'm actually pretty good at this one compared to Gradius 3, I guess. Well, then again, I actually didn't have that bad a run in Gradius 3 either. So I have a pretty specific formula for getting through this, like, first area, which I changed a couple of times, because originally I tried to get the third option first, but I opted to get missile instead here because it would shoot downwards and you can get that little blue orb right there. And that will clear all the enemies on the screen just like any other Gradius game that's in, anyway, like Gradius 3. So that's pretty nice to have, except I think it only appears twice in my entire run. Alright, so these rocks, for some reason lots of people seem to have trouble with them, but really you just have to have 2 speed ups and you're able to make it through pretty easily. I actually cut it a bit close there. I also don't know why I keep flying down there out of pure habit, I guess, because I have missiles and it will just destroy everything below me anyway. Alright, so here we're building up to laser. We really need that for the first boss. I mean, you don't really need it, as Decoy Octopus was able to show off. Also, I think I recorded this probably before either of they, what the heck is your name? Kazcake? Kazar? Quasar? I can't pronounce it. Or Decoy Octopus, who I imagine would get a really good run. So I played this game for 2 days straight, basically. And I got really good at it, I guess. I don't know what to say. But I assumed Decoy Octopus could give me a run for my money. Apparently neither of them could actually finish the first stage. So, that's the thing. Alright. Now that we're equipped with laser, it's boss time. The boss of the first stage. He's pretty easy, actually. He's just like any other Gradius boss. Every now and then that second rock will try and get in my way and screw me. But in this run it didn't. So the idea is to shoot right there in the middle of that little gun cannon into that eye. And when you do, he blows up. Easiest way to do that, of course, is to just sit between his 2 lasers like I did. And that's the boss. Oh, I also got an achievement a long time ago for having 2 options, which is keep your options open. I didn't even have to look that one up. I am going to have to look up the other one now. Also, we now have a full contingency of options, 4 options. And we're about to be fully upgraded here in like 3 seconds. It's not that hard to get fully upgraded as long as you can get through the first stage without dying. I mean, if you're dying in the between stages segments, it's pretty bad, because they're just some basic ships flying at you. This is the fully upgraded laser for upgrading it twice, and it just kind of destroys all enemies in the entire game, even some bosses, except the next one, but we'll get to him soon enough. Alright, so this is the never-before-seen second stage, apparently, in this competition, which I feel kind of honored to show, because this stage is annoying. I kept playing it over and over and over, because there is a gimmick in this stage, and that's these little glass things that you can break. You cannot break the bigger piece, like the one you see under me. There's also a guy up there. And we're actually fully upgraded at this point. There's only one more thing I really need, and that's the question mark at the end, which, if anyone's ever played Gradius before, or watched my Gradius 3 run, which is everyone competing in this competition, yeah, you saw there, that thing holding it up. It's kind of like Angry Birds in a way. Kind of weird comparison to make to a Gradius game, but that's what it reminds me of, so we're just gonna go with that. Yeah, I also play it super risky here, because I'm flying on the bottom all the time, and I assume that's what the secret bonus point is all about, because it says risky players. I still have my shield active here, but I think I'm about to lose it in a second. But that's okay, because I still get the achievement for having it for 180 seconds somewhere along the way. Alright, this bit can be a little tricky here because that entire thing will fall, and we did not keep it active for 3 whole minutes. But as soon as I get one more power-up, which should be in a few minutes here, or a few seconds. Yeah, that guy on the bottom right there. Or, no. Oh, I guess you do see that a third time. There are no enemies on the screen when you grab it, but it is there, I guess. Alright, once my missiles finish that guy off, we have a shield. Now, keep in mind, my shield activated at just about 6 minutes. We are going to have it pretty easily for 3 minutes here, because this segment is just destroying all the glass, and I find that pretty easy. Now, here I did not see the point of going under this thing, because really there's like no power-ups or anything to be gotten from doing that. I just kind of ignored it. And this is a giant stack of glass, which the easiest way to beat pretty much a lot of things in this game, instead of just holding A like I'm doing there, and it shoots in a nice steady stream, you mash it like crazy, and it will shoot just insane amounts of lasers and missiles. Well, no, missiles are actually not affected by that. It will still shoot at the same pace, I think. I'm not entirely sure about that. One more little guy, and I almost hit the double there, I think. In fact, I did that a couple times during my test runs, practice runs. My millions and millions of practice runs that I scrapped. But this boss is pretty easy. He throws glass at you, and you need to get through the mini shards of glass on the right side there, and shoot into the blue eyes, or red eyes. Red eyes. Get clear eyes. Sorry, I can't help but think of that whenever I see those eyes turn red. But, yeah, so you just sit here and shoot, and really that's all you need to do, because your missiles will take care of any glass shards flying at you, as well as those stupid things down there that gravitate the glass shards, or whatever they are doing. And if you just sit here long enough, mashing the A button and having your finger nearly fall off, or no, I used the B button on my controller. But as long as you sit and do that, you're pretty set. This boss, you don't even really need to move. And that's the boss. Stage 2 complete. Now we get to one of the banes of my existence. I also hit double by accident, but if you notice, you actually have stage 2, and if you get laser back, it'll just throw you back into stage 2 laser, which is nice. So I didn't really get killed there. Now, stage 3 has an interesting gimmick of its own, which will show up soon, as soon as one of these suns appears. Also, there's a new enemy, I think. Maybe we saw him before, I don't know. It's a little pinwheel and he shoots like a thing in a circle. Okay, now that this music has started, the stage goes up and down, and you can just do that infinitely. But be careful not to do it too fast, because if you fly into any of those little fiery sunburst looking things, you'll die. Pretty much, that's it. You're dead. In one of my test runs, I think, I flew straight into one of those oh no, it was this run. I flew straight into that lion guy, and I'm about to get Gradius syndrome to death here. You definitely want 2 speed ups for this segment. The rest, you can't kill these guys with just your basic pew 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 gun, so don't even bother, as I'm trying to do there, for some reason. Why am I doing that? Come on, me. Just try and get through the stage. alive, which is a lot harder, easier said than done. Well, it's kind of a little bit of a tongue twister, so maybe it is harder to say. But I mean, as long as you're flying down all the time and not too fast to do what I did and fly into a lion, you should be okay. And I actually show that the next boss is pretty doable if you just have missiles. That's it. That's all you need for him, is missile. It helps to have like all my upgraded lasers and everything like I used to. But that's not gonna happen. Not at this point. We've pretty much lost the ability to do that. If I was still fully upgraded, I would probably have been able to get to stage 4. But alas, the fates did not align for me, and I don't know why I got a second missile there. That was dumb. Ooh, I could have fully upgraded laser. Instead, I accidentally grabbed another one and got an option. Then again, options are good. Now, you see these things? It's actually not very intelligent to shoot them like I'm doing, because it turns it into Don Maku bullet hell. So, yeah. As I noticed there, I think... Oh no, I was trying to hit that red guy, and that was my undoing. But if you shoot those things, it'll shoot just tons and tons of fire at you, and you kind of die. You want laser, and for some reason I think I wanted a second laser. No, I want options. That's right. I should have gone for missile though, honestly, looking back. But you know what they say about retrospective? No, that's not a word. Well, it is, but I'm not using it correctly. Woo! That could have been bad. Also, understanding how the third boss works would have helped to kill him too. But this was the first time I actually got this far in stage 3, which is why I was trying to shoot those fireballs. Yeah, could you imagine shooting all of these like an idiot and just having tons and tons and tons of fire all over the screen? It wouldn't be very pleasant. I can tell you that. Alright, pretty soon it'll scroll straight up, and it's boss time. Also, to activate the boss, you have to fly all the way up, I think. Or maybe all the way down. It says something here, so let me look at this in a second.
Shoot it in the head.
Oh, shoot it in the head! Okay, that makes more sense. Because I was sitting there like, what was he saying? Is he telling me to do something? Alright, so this is the third boss, and basically the final boss of this run. He is not very easy to kill. Actually, he's pretty easy once you understand how he works, but for first-timers, you're probably gonna die. He flies in a circle, shooting fire at you like those stupid little fireballs were. I wonder why it does that weird kind of pause in the middle of the and head. It's kind of odd. But, regardless, that's how the sound clip works. Now this guy, you can hear there, the tun tun sound. Well, he's getting hit in the face. Alright, here I decided to go with red, and that was actually a pretty smart move on my end for some reason. However, it takes me like 16 times. Also, there were 4 guys there that I could have taken advantage of. You want double speed up and missile for this guy. Speed up. Speed up. Dude, what are you doing? Speed up! As you notice, you cannot keep up with him. In fact, if you had 3 speed ups, it might not be a bad idea. Also, the easiest way I found of shooting him in the head was to have the missile and fly straight above him, basically. Missile, speed up, speed up. That's my formula. Now, the best way I found to go about this is to wait until he comes out, like so, and fly straight down. But don't hesitate too much because you'll get hit by fire like that. Also knowing when he shoots fire, pretty good idea. It doesn't matter if 2 of them are stacked up like that because you can get missile pretty easily. Also, we're coming up to the end of my run here, but since I really want to show killing this guy, I just kind of kept going and going and going until he died. And it was not easy. Now you see there, it does a lot of damage if you do that, I think. I wish there were like damage meters like most other games that have bosses like this. That'd be nice. To be able to tell like how much damage I'm doing to the guy. It's pretty easy to tell how much damage you're doing with the red and blue eyes because they'll turn red eventually if you shoot them enough. But this guy, you just kind of shoot desperately and hope he dies. And there he goes. If you don't count the time I was in the menus, I think that's 15 minutes. But I don't think that counts. However, I do get the highest completion score, that's for sure. And that's all for this episode of Black Space. That's all for this episode of Let's Play Summer Blockbuster. Join me next time when I finish my commentary on time, I hope. Until then, later guys.